am Purpose and welcome to my channel. So I asked people on Instagram to ask me some questions and I was going to answer them on here. So let's get straight into it. So one of the first questions I'm going to, let me tell y'all, this is going to be all over the place because I didn't realize that people were interested in me outside of my spinal cord injury. So I have questions about motherhood, I have questions about t-shirts and business and friendships and relationships, all sorts of things. So it's actually going to be about spinal cord injury, which was, I thought this was what it was going to be about, but people are interested in other things, so let's do it. So the first question is, where are you from and what hospital did you get help from? So I am from Nashville, Tennessee, and I had my surgery at Vanderbilt. Then I went to Starworth, which is also a part of Vanderbilt. And I really liked the care there. The therapist was the best part of it. They have a really good therapy program. And the next one is, what is your injury level and when did you start walking? I'm a T10, incomplete, trying to walk. So I am a C3, C4. I did not start walking until maybe about 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe. I started taking steps, I will probably say, maybe about right at 1.5 years, but not steps good enough to say, hey, you can walk or you're walking. So I would say I started taking like confident steps, like no safety risk steps. It may be about 2.5 years. Let's see. And if it's anything y'all want me to go more in depth about, just comment below and I'll answer it, more details, but I'm trying to answer as many as I can. And so the next one is, help me get to where you are. Give me some advice. Let me see. The best advice that I can think to give someone that is dealing with a spinal cord injury is embrace your journey. My journey is different. Anybody else's journey that's going to be on social media is going to be different. Any journey they tell you about in hospital is going to be different. Like for me, I'm going to be honest, it was times when I didn't think I was going to walk again. And I taught myself to be okay with that. I taught myself to be okay with, hey, this might be your thing, being pushed around in this chair. And I made it the dopest thing that I could possibly, everything that was in my power to do, I did it. I embraced my journey for where it was at the time. I didn't compare it to what I saw somebody else doing, how fast that they walk. And it's okay to have inspiration or ask questions or get knowledge. That's totally fine. I did the same thing. I asked questions, but at the same time, I also kept, like, everybody is different. Every journey is different. I kept that in the front of my head. Like, hey, that might not work for me. That exercise might not work for me. That's another thing, too, that this question was not asked, but I'm going to throw it in here right now with this. It's very important to know if you are incomplete or complete, because a lot of things that an incomplete spinal cord injury person may benefit from won't help or won't do the same benefit for a complete. So it's very important to know the difference between those two things. Am I incomplete or a complete? I want to be honest with you guys. Doctors do not like to tell us if we are incomplete or complete. But it's something that you need to know. So it's very important that you ask that question. Am I incomplete or complete? So going back to the original questioning at hand, embrace your journey. Spend a lot of time with yourself. Figure out what you do like, what you don't like. Embrace your journey. Try not to, and I know it's hard. I know it is. Try not to compare your journey with someone else's journey. That's the best advice I can give you as far as a spinal cord injury. Embrace your journey. Know that it's going to be different. Know that what you see me do, what you see somebody else do, it may be different. You may start working today and exercise every day, therapy every day, and go past me. But just embrace your journey. The next one is, hi, do you have nerve pain? Yes, 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 yes. I know you guys probably never see it when I'm on Instagram making reels and on there sharing stories about my family and my son, because I'm always smiling. I'm smiling now. But yes, my neck. And I don't like to talk about it because that's one of the promises that I made myself and God with this spinal cord injury thing, that I was not going to complain. I cry if I want to complain. I call and fuss at my best friend, so I won't complain about what I'm going through specifically, but I try not to complain. But for the sake of this question, my neck drives me crazy 99% of the time. I don't know if it's, I do have rods, I have plates, I have all of that in my neck. And that's the worst. Everything else, like I have aches and pains, and like sometimes, I know a lot of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, my body feel like it's literally on fire, like somebody took a match and a lighter and lit it on fire. But I almost can stomach that better than my neck. That's where I have the most of my nerve pain, is in my neck. Certain hairstyles, I just can't do them because so yes, I have a lot of nerve pain. Hello, my name is Rena, and I was wondering, how do you stay motivated other than God? I get this question a lot, and that's one of the hardest questions to answer, because that is my main motivation, is God, because everything around us changed. I have the most amazing friends in the world. I think that I have the best friends in the world. I don't think there's nobody that have greater friends than I have. And I have the best family in the world. But their lives go on. If things happen, the only thing that never changes is God. But if I have to say, if I had to choose something that keeps me motivated outside of God, it's so hard to say. I guess I'll say, I don't know, because it's like my family, they love me just the way I am. My friends, they love me, help me just the way I am. So they don't motivate me to be like, hey, I gotta keep going. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna come back to that one, y'all, because I mean, God is like, that's my motivation. Like, when I read and I look at the promises where he tells me I'm the head and not the tail, and like all of those things, like that make me be like, oh, okay, yeah, something better gotta come. Something better gotta come. So I gotta keep going till I get to that better. So I have to come back to that when I have to really think about what else keeps me motivated other than God. Let's see. The next question. Okay, so this is what advice do you give to someone starting a t-shirt business? Honestly, you guys, starting a t-shirt business was not a plan for me. My t-shirt business started because my son was sick. And when my son got sick, I had insurance through my job. I started working when I was 15 years old. And you know, you're 15 years old, you really don't know what you're doing. But I found out once he got sick that our insurance was trash. Like, it was terrible. And I didn't find out till he got sick, which was, let me see, I started working when I was 15. Maybe about 6 or 7 years I had trash insurance and didn't know it. But so I had to figure out a way. My son was sick and he could not get help in Nashville, Tennessee. I had to take him to Boston, Massachusetts. And I had to figure out a way to raise all of this money. And I think they gave me like a couple of months. I would say, this is just being nice, I think they gave me about 5 to 6 months. But I had to get a lot of money really, really fast. And at the time, my best friend, he was into t-shirts, and he was like, just do a t-shirt, sell t-shirts. So that's what we did. We sold t-shirts like once a year, and we did other things too, but that's how I started with t-shirts. And then when my journey happened, my son was like, you should do a t-shirt. Do a t-shirt under my brand, Ma. So I did a t-shirt under his brand. And the one thing I can tell you about that too, it goes back to the same thing with spinal cord injury. The number one thing is know why you want to start your t-shirt business. Are you trying to just make money? Are you trying to help people? Is it a message that you want the whole world to know? Once you figure that out, then do the studying and then research. Like, do a lot of research. And then once you do the research, say, hey, who am I trying to help? Who am I trying to help? Who do I want to sell to? What is my target audience? Once you figure that out, do more research. Study your target audience. And then once you do that, this is where I think we mess up at sometimes, because I messed up where I gave it to my best friend. I was like, nope, you're not doing that. That's not your swag. You don't do that. Once you do the research, once you learn your brand, once you learn your audience, stay dedicated to that. I don't care what meme go viral. I don't care who go viral doing what they doing. Stick to what you read. Stick to what you learned. Stick to what you researched about what you're doing. Because again, what somebody else doing may work perfectly for their target audience, and it might be horrible for yours. You have to trust you have to trust your education that you put within yourself. So I can go into more details about that. Like I say, I'm just trying to be, I'm all over the place because it's so many questions. I'm trying to get so many done in a short time. So the next one is, can you feel your legs, feet? Can you feel your legs and feet when you walk? So I did not get all of my sensation back. I lost a lot of it, majority of it. I almost want to say 100% of it in the beginning. And they tell you that after 6 months to a year, if you have whatever you've regained is what you will have. Thank God, and that's another reason why God is my main motivation. Thank God, mine did, like, it was improving in a year, but after a year, it slowed down tremendously. Like, it slowed down a lot. I didn't progress none in the sensation area. And then all of a sudden, I started, like, a little bit. I would do little stuff to myself, like, oh man, I felt it. Or it'd be delayed, but I would feel it. So, but still today, I do not have a lot of sensation. The further you go down, the more I lose. So I don't feel, I'm not going to say I don't feel at all, but I don't feel near as much as, I would say if I had to do like 100% or 50%, I would say I probably feel about 25-30%. And I'm really being nice with that. But yeah. So do you realize that you are an inspiration? Absolutely not. I did not know I was an inspiration, but you guys constantly tell me, and I really appreciate that because it encourages me to keep going. Sharing this part of my journey can sometimes be emotional. It can be a challenge sometimes because it's a lot. If anybody's been through a spinal cord injury, it's a lot. And especially when you're trying to mother at the same time, it can be a lot. But you guys constantly are encouraging me, telling me that I'm inspiring you guys. So I did not know I was an inspiration, but because of you guys, I'll say now that I do. Biggest lesson you've learned so far in life? Oh, let me see. The biggest lesson I've learned. You know what, guys? I was trying to be like so raw and transparent. I didn't look at these before recording. Maybe I should have. But I like to be honest because I feel like that's the best way to help people. Honesty is the best way to help people. So I would say the biggest lesson I've learned in life so far is, y'all gonna think I'm a broken record. Do your own research. When it comes to your relationship with God, when it comes to your brand, when it comes to even parenting, you have to know what works for you. You have to know what works for your household, what works for your child. That's the biggest lesson that I have learned, because I started working when I was 15 years old, and I also became a parent extremely young. I am a teen mom. I had my son when I was in high school, and I turned into a parent immediately. I didn't get the whole, my mom gonna keep him for a year and you gonna, no, I turned into a parent immediately. So a lot of times I didn't have a lot of sit down time with myself to research, to learn stuff. So a lot of stuff I was always learning through somebody else, or I was observational learning. I would see, oh, okay, they did that, didn't work, I'm not gonna do it. Not really doing the research, not really doing the work. So the biggest lesson that I think I've learned in life so far is don't be afraid to do the work, the reading, the researching, the studying. Don't be afraid to do it. What motivates you? Again, y'all, I'm gonna have to try. What motivates you? Everybody wants to know what motivates me other than God. And it's hard to say one thing, again, because everything, I've been on my journey. In September, it'll be 4 years. And everything constantly changed except my relationship when it came to God. It grew and it evolved and it got deeper, but he was always the same. That's the only thing. So I'm gonna have to think, work. I don't know, but I'm sorry, guys, that I got that question so many times. Other than God, what motivates you? And it's so hard to answer that, because that's the only thing in this 3.5 years that didn't change. How are you now? Now I'm finally starting to be proud of myself. Everybody always telling me, I'm so proud of you, I'm so proud of you. I was not proud of myself for a long time, because I was like, I want to do better. I should be doing better. I should be walking longer. I should be standing up longer. I should be having 2 leg braces off by now. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. So now I'm finally feeling like I'm a little proud of myself. So, and that's the best I can say about how I'm doing now. Like, I'm finally feeling the progress. I'm finally feeling like I'm progressing when it comes to my spinal cord injury. Okay. Hello, did you take any supplements to help build your muscles? So I was, when I came home, and I had been on, I think it's called Bacoflin. I should have brought it again. Then look at the questions prior to now. But if anybody's had y'all know what I'm talking about. It's baclofen or something. But what it is a medicine that kind of keep your muscles from locking up. I was on that for maybe 2 years. And I decided that I didn't want to take it anymore. So I slowly kind of started winging myself off of it. And what I did in place of that, I stretched. I used to stretch every single day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. But let me also say this about the whole muscle tightness thing, because that is a big thing when it comes to spinal cord injury. And I like to be honest. Prior to my injury, I taught dance. And prior to my injury, we were getting ready for a dance showcase. So I danced and stretched and exercised every single day, and I'm not exaggerating. 3 months prior to my injury, every single day, Sunday, Saturdays, I danced and worked out and stretched every single day. And that's another reason why I'm just so in love with God. It's like he knew this was coming. He knew it was going to happen. And so my bones and my muscles and all of that, even when I was in therapy, they was like, how are you so flexible? And they was like, wow, how did you know to keep your body like that? But I didn't. It was just 3 months prior to, I was getting ready for a big show, and we just worked every single day, and we stretched and danced every single day. So I don't know if that also helped me with the not really needing to rely on supplements a lot, because I had that going on prior to my injury. But so I want to tell you that part too. But I do know, I want to say like a couple of months ago when I started the walking journey, I had stopped stretching. And when I stopped stretching and I was just only walking, I could feel a difference. So I do think, and I do know, that if you incorporate stretching every single day, don't skip a day, even on the weekends, it can be 5 minutes which is not going to do a lot, but just get in the routine. If you stretch every single day, like stretch every single day, it's going to help a lot with the muscle tightness and all of that. Oh, okay, this question comes right in with the ties with the other one. How has walking a mile every day helped you grow? It has helped me a lot. Because I started walking every day because I could walk, but if I walked, a couple of feet, sometimes I would get so tired. I would feel like I walked the mile just from walking from here to the door. I would just feel super tired. So when I went to therapy, I kept complaining. I was like, something's wrong, something's going on. I am so tired. Just trying to walk around the grocery store, going to Target with my son, and I would be so tired, and I kept complaining and kept telling my therapist something's going on, and they finally told me it's your endurance. Physically I can do it, but your endurance, you're gonna have to work on your endurance. And I forgot too, I sat in a wheelchair for years. It's now, I don't know what I was thinking, but I sat in a wheelchair for years. So walking has helped me a lot. I don't get tired as quick when I'm doing just things around the house. I don't get tired as quick when I'm grocery shopping or going out with my friends. I don't get tired as quick at all. So walking has improved my endurance. That's the best thing it has done so far. This is getting so long, y'all, so this is going to be my last question. I know I did not answer them all. I know I didn't. But this is getting really, really long. So what advice would I give about being motivated? Get an accountability partner. I'm just going to be honest with you guys, because like I tell y'all, I think that's the only way to help people is to be honest. I am not motivated every day. Some days I do not want to go walking. Some days I do not want to go to therapy. Some days I don't even want to get out of my bed, and it's not a depression thing. It's just no, I'm tired. I don't feel like trying to figure out how I'm going to walk again today. I want to take a break from that. I want a whole mental break from trying to figure out how I'm going to walk again. I have those days. I am not 100% motivated every single day. But again, the people that God has put around me, when I'm not motivated, they're motivated. So it's kind of you ain't going walking. Why you not going walking? I say something silly because, man, come on, we're finna go walking. Especially my best friend. He's motivated a lot, a whole lot. And sometimes I have to lean on his motivation more than mine. And even when I was on the therapy, my brother Josh, if you've been following me for a long time, everybody knows Josh. Josh, he took me to therapy every week. I had therapy 3 times a week. Every week. He took me every single week for over a year. He never missed a time. Well, I think one time he had to go on tour, but no, he didn't even miss. He took me after. We were scheduled and we went after. But he took me every single time. And y'all, I remember sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be like, it's raining real hard outside. He'll say, I'm already outside. You got to come on out here. I'm already outside. We would go. And we had a little snow one time, y'all. And I was like, oh, it's going to snow tomorrow. I ain't going to therapy. So I'm I done text him the whole day before, tell him it's snowing. We ain't going. This man texted me back and said, hey, I'm from Flint. We going to therapy. So you know what I mean? Get you an accountability partner. And if you don't have that in a friend or in a family member, I'm doing my best to do better with posting, more things like this. Posting hey, I'm getting up and going to walking versus telling y'all I don't walk hours later. It's 10 o'clock and I'm just now posting and I'll walk at 6 a.m. So I can kind of be a little assistance, but it's going to help to get you an accountability partner. I promise you, because reality is we're not going to be motivated every single day. Well, let me speak for myself. I'm not motivated every single day. So I'm going to stop right there, guys, because this is probably extremely long. And again, comment below if you want me to go to do one video on one specific question, or do one video to go in detail about one part, or hey, you didn't answer my question. And tell me in the comments what y'all want, what y'all need longer, because I know it was all over the place. I was trying to answer so many questions at one time. So just let me know in the comments what else can I do answer questions, or if you want a more in-depth part of something I already talked about. Yeah, like I said, this video is getting long, so we're gonna stop right here. And I want to thank everyone that participated and asked me questions. I really appreciate it. Because a lot of times with Instagram, it's hard. I try to answer every comment and every DM, but it's hard sometimes. So thank you guys so much for participating with the questions, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at I Am Purpose. So I'm gonna do this again, and so if I didn't answer a question, or if you want to know something, you can ask me in the little thing that I use. It was some little thing that I used, but so make sure you follow me so you can be involved next time. Thank you so much for participating. And make sure y'all subscribe so we can do more of this, because I feel like I love making reels, but if you've been following me for a long time, y'all know I do not like talking about my journey that much, because I don't know, I like talking about it. It's just easier to show y'all pictures and videos, and you know, but I know I can't help people just with showing them and out talking and telling them, hey, this is what I did, or hey, try this. So subscribe so I can get more used to it and get more comfortable doing it, so we can help more people. And I love you guys so much, because like I said before, I had no idea that anybody was even interested in, like, even the spinal cord journey. You know, it's a lot of people that y'all could be supporting. It's a lot of people that has different things going on, but y'all choose to come and support and give me love and encouragement and kind words, and I really do appreciate it, because it's needed. It's needed. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. I love y'all. Bye.